let's talk about key career strategies. This is what you're here for. Key career strategies. What did Wilka learn through all of these challenges and experiences? You know, number one strategy, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you 11. I don't know why I did 11 instead of 10, but I did 11. I think in weird numbers. And if you take one of these, and take it home and implement it in your life, I will guarantee you that you will do better than the day before. You will have a better, so write them down, pick one, the ones you like, and the ones that you don't like, maybe toss them out. I think they're all equally important. What is an executive presence? Well, executive presence involves many different things. It involves your personal appearance, the way your hair looks, the way your face looks, the way you dress, the way you do a handshake, the way you do eye contact, the way you communicate verbally and written and by email also. All right? The way you write, the way you conduct yourself. The question you need to ask yourself is my company proud to have me present at a meeting? Will my boss be proud to have Wilka represent Macy's? Will my boss be proud to send me to deliver a presentation at a board of directors if he can't make it? Or will he go, oh no, gosh, I can't send Wilka, no. She's bright and all that, but I can't put my finger on it, but I just can't send her. Because she may not have executive presence. So that's one of the key career strategies. Remember, corporate America is a large universe. It's a big family. So you need to develop what I call a personal brand. So they go hand in hand. You can have a wonderful executive presence. You're an executive, I'm promotable, I'm also qualified, but I have the executive presence. But you also have to have a brand. What is a brand? It's a perception. Think about celebrities. When you think of Paris Hilton, what comes to mind? Whatever comes to mind. Probably, I don't want to say. When you think Lindsay Lohan, what comes to mind? Right, you go, roll your eyes. When you think Bill Gates, what comes to mind? Money, philanthropy, social responsibility, brilliance, blah, blah, blah. They develop a personal brand. Celebrities pay someone to manage their personal brand. They're called PR managers. All right? They go from the hair to what they're wearing to what they're saying and the activities they get involved because they're managing and creating their brand. Because they know how they're going to get promoted and they're going to get into the best jobs and movies and programs. Some do a horrible job of managing their brand. You need to do the same thing in corporate America. So when somebody says, oh, you know, have you met Wilka? You know, she's new to the company and she's our new vice president. Oh, she's wonderful. She's very professional. Whatever. That's the perception. They've never met me. But because they saw me walking with executive presence and I said hello to you and I was very professional, how are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden the perception is this. But if I come in late to work and kind of rolling around, my hair's a mess and I'm just not put together, or I'm late, or I don't meet a deadline, then that's stuck to me forever. And that's the brand you have. So early in your career, develop, manage a personal brand. Increase your visibility. What's visibility? Doing the right thing, all right, or doing, back up, the right person knowing the right thing about you. Not everything about you, but the right person knowing the right thing about you. Being visible. I don't want you to be visible in a bad way. So if you got drunk at the company party, that's not good visibility. You got visible, but it was negative visibility. But if you did something good, if you were responsible for a project and it was successful, you want to get visibility for it. And it's not getting credit. That's a whole different deal. Because sometimes it's difficult to get credit in large organizations. Why? Because we work in teams, and nobody really is solely taking credit for the whole project. But you can certainly gain visibility because you were part of that team and you contributed what you contributed. Also, volunteerism. Let me tell you a story real quick. Mentor versus sponsor. Let me make sure I'm doing with time. Mentor versus sponsor, all right? Do you know that there's a difference? Right? Let me tell you, I didn't know that until recently. I thought you knew it was mentors. There is a difference. Quickly, a mentor is a guidance counselor. It's someone that you look up to in the organization, higher than you, and that person will guide you through your landmines, through the unwritten rules of conduct that the company has. Things you don't know. The rules change. The mentor is telling you, okay, now do it this way. No, wait, don't send that email. Oh, handle the performance review this way. The mentor also knows your dirty laundry because you got to go to them with problems. You know, I screwed up. I made a boo-boo. I sent an email I shouldn't have sent. How do I handle that political faux pas or whatever you did? The sponsor, however, is a high-level executive in the company. That's your cheerleading squad. He is your quarterback. He's going to wear your t-shirt when you're not in the room. So when there's a promotion, he's going to go, you know what, there's that young lady, Wilka Tapia, she's really smart and she's really nice. We should consider her. Or, you know, there's that young woman, Marisol. You know, you should talk to her. They don't know your dirty laundry. They don't need to know it. They just need to know the good things about you. It's tricky to get a sponsor. You can do it. Like me, I volunteer and got a sponsor. Quickly, understanding the culture. Every organization has a culture, like every family has a culture. Understand it early on. Get your mentor to help you understand the culture. Because let me tell you one thing. Do not ever think that you can enter an organization and change it. I thought so. Boy, was I wrong. And I spent years frustrated because they're not doing what I want them to do. How come they don't recognize me? I'm a good attorney. I've won all these cases and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? That's my job. They're paying me to do my job. They don't have to promote me. But then I started understanding what the culture was and what would get me promoted. So I changed and I adapted. Informal networks. You know, as an entrepreneur, we're all here. You got to network, go to chambers, go to these, go to clubs, network. That's the name of the game. But guess what? In corporate environments, it's the same thing. You've got to network. There is an informal network. I call it the water cooler network. And I'm not saying go gossip and spend time and waste time. I'm saying network. Get to know the power brokers and the information brokers. You know, there's people that know stuff. Who's getting promoted, who's moving out, who's retiring. That way you're connected to openings and things like that. So don't go in like this, go to your cubicle or office, and then just leave. If you want to get promoted, that's not going to work. Maintain integrity. I say that because of this. And excuse me for those that I will offend, but it's the truth. We don't get second chances, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? We don't. And I'm talking about minority professionals. I'm telling you that based on my 20 years of personal experience, not because it happened to me, but because in my job for a long time, I was in charge of executive terminations. I was the attorney signing off on the termination of an executive. And I saw with my eyes where infractions that were passed on and sort of slapping the wrist to some were not treated that way to others. And I'm not saying it was intentional, I'm saying it just happened. And I was always bothered by that. But instead of getting angry about it, what I did is I decided that I was going to be very ethical. I'm just not going to be questioned. Why even go there? Because I knew that I was not going to get a second chance. Because I didn't want to be in the room being questioned. So always maintain your integrity, always above what's up and above what's beyond what's required of you.